Senator John Barrasso single-handedly killed a request to hold the Department of Justice accountable for not releasing the full Epstein files, calling this week's resolution a political stunt. Today, on the fifth day of the budget session, lawmakers looked at scholarships, literacy programs, and protecting children. If you've taken a look at beef, you might be wondering why it's so expensive recently and what caused the jump. I talked with the director of the Wyoming Farm Bureau Federation and asked him, what's the beef with the high prices? Will you be running for president?
No, I'm running to represent Wyoming in the House of Representatives.
And that's it for now.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, well. Emergency crews are trying to contain the flames, but are having difficulties due to high wind. The crowd at Harriet Hageman's election watch party was ready for a win, and boy did Harriet Hageman deliver. LCCC is opening up their dental hygienist program to help students take a bite out of an educational opportunity. There's a local flight school in Cheyenne that's veteran-led that's helping other veterans touch the skies. So during the 2020 presidential debates, you had some choice words for Trump. And now you're endorsing him. What's changed for you? The Behind the Chutes tour helps folks understand the sport of rodeo and the animal athletes that make Cheyenne Frontier Days the daddy of them all. So did you know the lunar eclipse is tomorrow?
What? Yes. Yeah,
Yeah, I love any celestial events. I love them.
Yeah.
Many people will be experiencing a celestial treat. Can we vote for you? Can we support you?
You can't vote for me, but you can cheer me on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can sign on to TikTok and go, yay!
Yes.
Organizers say they're ecstatic about the success of this event and are looking potentially to move events like this and speaking engagements across the state of Wyoming. Today, first responders are taking tests to make sure that they're prepared for when emergency strikes. The High Plains Honor Flight is a nonprofit organization that helps bring veterans to memorial tours like this. In our first part, we start with organizing everybody, getting everybody onto the buses and onto the planes in order to get here.
It's important that the veterans who have served get a chance to go on this once in a lifetime trip, because it's a fast-paced trip, but well worth it to see all the monuments.
Since 2009, the Colorado-based nonprofit helps these heroes commemorate their past and make peace with silent shadows.
They find that they're in a safe space. They start talking amongst each other and realize that other people have similar experiences. As they start chatting, all that's been repressed inside of themselves for some of them 40, 50, 60 years, all of a sudden is off their shoulders.
On day one of the two-day trip, veterans and volunteers trickled in for the 6 a.m. ceremony. Many vets are volunteered by family and friends.
Some of our friends down in Ray, we're from Ray, Colorado, told us about it and said you need to go, so we decided to do it.
And some are put on a wait list.
They called you the first year and said there was full.
Yeah, it was full.
So
then they called me and they said I could go this year, so here I am.
High Plains takes veterans from the regional Colorado, Wyoming, and Nebraska area.
I said I'll go on the bus when I'm older than anybody else on the bus. And I'm just about there.
How old are you?
90, close to 95.
The trip is 100% paid for by donations for veterans, and for some, this was the first flight they've been on since they came back from the war. Many Vietnam vets don't speak about their service because of the anti-war views that greeted them when they came home.
It's touching, very touching.
What does it mean to you?
Makes me feel good here.
Why?
Because I never had that when I came home. My father came home, they had parades. We came home, we got spit on. But that was then, this is now.
The honor flights were shut down during the pandemic, but a Colorado politician led the efforts in getting them reinstated.
I don't think anyone who has served abroad ever fully comes home, and so it's always so precious and moving to see them at the memorial sites and in Washington, D.C., honoring the country that they fought for, that their friends and loved ones died for.
I'm looking forward to going to the wall. I've been wanting to go to the wall because I got to a couple of buddies there.
This Wyoming excavation site behind me may hold the secret to a 14,000-year civilization, thanks to some rocks. Last summer, archaeologists in the town of Sunrise, Wyoming, stumbled across something big, or rather old, 14,000 years old to be exact. Private owner John Voigt, along with his team of archaeologists led by George Zeman and George Friesen, who passed in 2020, came across a once-in-a-lifetime finding.
We were just exploring places on the terrace where we thought they might have camped. And we finally got down about 10 feet below the surface, and we started finding artifacts. And of course, we didn't know how old they were.
From an old red ochre iron mining site, they found stone chips and stone tools that date back 14,000 years. These recent findings were verified by the Baylor University and Beta Data Analytics through radiocarbon dating and OSL, or optically stimulated luminescence technology. These pieces came back with the exact same dates, making it older than the oldest population, the Clovis people, or 13,500 years ago.
Well, it just confirms that there were people here prior to the Clovis people. And we've thought that was possible, you know, over the years, but we never had good data to back that theory up with. And now we're getting good data that will confirm, and we're going to have to learn who those people were and what they looked like and what kind of artifacts they were making compared to the Clovis people.
The Wyoming state archaeologist Spencer Pelton said there will still need to be more testing and peer reviewing to substantiate the claim.
A lot of people think that humans didn't really get to the New World that long ago, 14,000 years ago, that humans got here around 13,000 years ago. So pushing it back another 1,000 years is a pretty big deal with some pretty big implications. And I think in any case like that, it's good to kind of wait and see what kind of evidence is compiled to make the case that this is an intact, buried archaeological site that dates to that age.
This new finding could potentially be the oldest found cultural site to date in Wyoming, outside of Texas and New Mexico within North America.
This is the first time we've got those old dates like that from Wyoming. So as long as I keep doing research, we're going to keep learning stuff, you know. That's how science progresses. You just keep pushing the envelope, you know.
I'm Valeria Fugate, Wyoming News Now. With the first whiffs of fall in the air, the summer season is coming to a close. And along with that comes school, reading, and Laramie County's School District 1 book vetting policies.
For decades, trusted the expertise of our district librarians to vet the books that go into our libraries. And now there seems to be a discussion about whether or not their vetting is good enough. And I think it beckons back to how do we create safe spaces for children to learn?
An event was held in Cheyenne this week that gave the community a chance to meet and learn more about several candidates running for LCSD1's School Board of Trustees and to touch on some controversial topics.
We are seeing more polarization than ever before on one side or the other. So whatever side you're on, what is happening is we are working in silos. We're not building bridges.
Held at Bonsai Books, the event had a live Reading Rainbow mural painting, food, games, and a raffle. They also discussed recent hot button issues like book vetting, representation.
The thread that binds books to political outcomes is that you must have representation in our democracy. People who are directly affected by policies should be the people creating those policies.
And who gets to decide what's appropriate materials for our children in school?
These elected officials that are making these decisions on school board policy, on whether to have open access to books or not, they need to hear from individuals.
Information on voter registration will also be provided on site. The candidates are scheduled to attend another event at Lions Park on Saturday.